We're gonna go check this out. Right down the road there was a sounded like a street pole transformer arcing out like crazy, and we lost power, and then the power turned back on, but the siren in town is going off. So I'm gonna kind of troll around a couple of blocks here and see if something happened, because it was very close. I think maybe right around this block right here. I'm wondering if that siren has anything to do with that arc. I'm looking for a transformer smoking and or on fire maybe, because that was loud. I don't see anything over on this side. Somebody must have hit a light pole or something, or a telephone pole. She's looking this way too. Did you guys hear it too?
What's that?
Did you hear that arc?
Our power went out for a second.
Yeah, I mean, I just came this way from about a block and a half down the road, and I heard a big old arc over here from a transformer. I'm trying to find out which one it is.
So
your power's back on now.
it is back on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was out for just a second.
Yeah, I was just kind of looking around, and there's DPW right there.
Right, and it said the scanner said transformer fire. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, I heard a huge arc a while back around this area, and I was looking to see which transformer could be on fire. But the power's back on. I heard a loud arc from 2 blocks away.
Really?
Yeah. So it's something going on with the power lines.
Well, they're on their way, so I don't know.
Yeah. It's one of them around here. I'm looking for a smoking one. Yeah. Yeah. It happened around here somewhere. Where else is there a power station? The power station's a ways down the road too. The fire trucks are all going to be scrambling everywhere trying to find out what the heck just happened. It's a transformer somewhere, I know it is. It couldn't have been on the other side of Van Dyke either. There's a transformer there and there on that side. It could have been one of those. Someone, DPW was driving around like, is something on fire? Oh, look at how burnt up and melted these wires are. This is close to it. See how melted all these wires are up here? It happened down here somewhere. Power lines don't look like that for no reason. It could be that transformer right down there too. Yeah, these wires are melted up there. No, it's not that one. Huh. Yeah, this is kind of fun. Oh, look. We found it, I think. Could that be it too? See, those aren't connected yet because I don't know, they got a bunch of lines hanging off of them. That could have been where it blew out as well. There's like 3 little transformers on that right there, on that, and they're all disconnected. Huh. Or are those tension lines? They can't be tension. Well, they could be. I don't know. Alright, we got to get back and get some scrap metal done. I heard it arc out a while back. It was pretty darn loud.
Yeah.
I took a ride around the block and there's a set of 3 transformers down there with wires blown off of them. So I imagine or reckon it might have happened down there.
Okay.
I don't know, just a heads up. Unless they've been recently working on it. If not, then, well, there's like 4 wires off of 4 transformers down there. Unless they've been working on it, but I don't know. They're not connected.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we'll go around.
All right, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Nothing's on fire. They're firemen, but they can report it, and I can just go take off. Excuse me, sir. Quick question. Are you guys driving around because of the power outage thing? Is that what you were doing?
Yeah, we got reports of it. Sounds like it's kind of like a brownout now.
Well, I was outside when I heard it, and it was a real loud arc. We lost power for like a couple minutes, then it came back on. But right down here on street, just past that apartment complex, there's a telephone pole with 3 transformers with wires blown off it.
Oh, really?
That could be your source. Just give you a heads up, man.
All right,
Okay, cool.
The fire department was down on that side, but we'll go check there.
Yeah, we'll go check it out.
All right.
Sweet, thanks. Awesome.
All right,
I'm gonna
guys.
back up, so.
Thank you. Yep. You guys seen what I was looking at, right? You guys seen it. You were looking. But alright. Yeah. Good evening, YouTube. This is Merchant Metals. But we got a carload of some really good stuff here, and we're going to unload it all. I found a spot where I got a bunch of food at. So what we're going to do first is we're going to take this food, put it on the golf cart and sort it out. I got 3 different people I'm going to be making bags for. Typically when I find this much food, I sort it out and I help people out that need it. Because I'm not the only one that has a hard time affording groceries. So that's why I do what I do. But this stuff was all just very, very recently thrown out. Like the same night I went and got it. It was all still good. Most of it's all within expiration still. So I'm cool with that. We got like 5 or 6 huge packs of cookie dough. So all the meats and cheeses are gonna go up top. That's good. I keep those. That'll go down with sweets. Cakes. We got some cereals. Crackers. We got brownie mix. I can't do much with the brownie mix. I got these espresso coffees right here. Holy smokes. I'm gonna be wired tonight if I drink one of those. More of the milks. This one is vanilla, it looks like. Yep. Vanilla. And then we got chocolate milk. Here's more meats. Heck, some of this was still frozen, or felt frozen. But you can tell a lot by the way the food looks if it's good or not. One thing that I really would say to look out for is, well, look out for meats that look like the bag has expanded. Usually that means it's spoiled. This is not spoiled. So we're taking it. But I found me enough food to stock up the travel trailer, man. How could you say no to that? I'm not gonna say no to it. Especially when I need it. So we can just say this is stuff crossed off our list. Here's another box full. This is a lot of meat right here. This is like all meat, dang near. We only got an hour till dark, so I need to really scan through this stuff. We got a bunch of butter in the car, and then we'll just leave this as like one big old box of meat. Perfect. Perfect enough for me. Okay. So this is a big box of meat right here. Fill it up. I'm trying to subcategorize the stuff so I know what I'm looking at. Definitely want to make sure I got enough for me for the trip. Yeah. Got cookies. It'll go with snacks down here. Crap load of butter. Butter. More butter. More butter. There's meat. Snackables or whatever. Butter. Sour cream. More meat. Meat. Oh yeah. Yeah, easily $500-600 worth of food. I think. I haven't pulled it all out yet, so yeah. More biscuit. Sour creams. Biscuit. Snackables. Entertainment crackers. Okay. We got the crackers. Here's more butter. Throw this butter up here with all the other ones. Yeah. And then I'm going to make some boxes accordingly to the people I'll be turning this stuff to. This is bad hot dogs. Okay, we got a whole other bag of food right here, and we got more butter. Oh my god. So much butter. So much butter. Oh. Biscuit. Butter. Butter. It's it's still with an expiration too. That was another clear sign of grab it, pretty much. This butter is not bad. More butter. Dude, I got like 15 pounds of butter, I think. This is all coffee creamer, a whole case of coffee creamer. Golly, we're just trying to get the food out so we can get, look at all these lemonades. We got a whole other case of those too, right here. Up and over. Got like 12 bottles of lemonade, the pink and the yellow. Okay. That's going to the ex-missus. That'll go in her box. I think that might be another bag of food as well. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it is. Oh, nope, it's not. Okay. I think it's more meat. Yep. Sweet, sweet. Okay. Let's unload the scrap metal and come back to this food. Man, I don't have to buy groceries for a while. That is good. Okay, this box will be for somebody. This one too. But let's get that scrap out of the car. I got to get to the ex-missus, drop off some food to her, drop off some food to my uncle, and not my biological uncle, but it was just somebody that was there with me that kind of raised me growing up. It's all the food. That's a golf cart load. And start hustling some scrap back here. That gazebo is basically totaled, but we're gonna load the bench up with the stuff that we had got last night. Plus we got 2 other buggies full, and we'll have fun doing it, okay? But let's get all the scrap up out of here. Box of wire. Yeah, man, when I get back from these long nights out, I am really tired. Like, man, I couldn't keep my eyes open when I got home. I just had to go like to bed. And audio and digital stuff. I think there's even an old DVD player in there. I found a really sweet pair of pants. They're a little bit big, but I can wear a belt. Roll up the pant legs or something. Smoke bombs. Look at this picture I found. This says the picture peddler 7332 Laurel Canyon Boulevard, Hollywood, California. And then it's like a black and white picture of some lady giving herself a sponge bath next to a wood stove. Really pretty lady too. Yeah, I kind of like that. It's numbered 119. I wonder if it's a real picture. I don't know. It probably is not. It's probably like a replication of what, you know, what's in the picture. Okay, I've got some brass and copper down here. Man. Get this car empty. These are curtains for windows. Brand new. Nobody liked the maroon color. There's green boards in here and all sorts of things. Some machine wires and man. Yeah, we got scrap to go through, so we're gonna have to pick a nice day coming up here soon and get to it. The trunk is full too. It is full, I forgot about that. We found a crap load of extruded aluminum last night. Got these boards. Okay, let's cart this back there. Throw it up on the bench. Like finding wires, bunch of wires. It's always nice. Let's take these boards and just throw them right back in the pile. I gotta collaborate with E-Waste Mike, man. It's coming up soon. We have to turn in these boards. It's either that or I go to board sort. So E-Waste Mike, if you're listening, let me know what's going on. When's the next available time we can meet up? Copper, brass. Okay, let's go. Oh, that's a heavy box. Oh yeah. Oh. This heavy box is going up on the bench. Right there. Maybe that can go right on top. It can. Oh yeah, lots of copper and brass right in that box is there. Oh, it's so nice to find this stuff. I'm getting what I need for my trip. That's for sure. Wanted to spend some time out back bagging and bucketing up my copper granules. It's all back there in a Bisqueen Burrito bag. And I gotta say, it's looking good. It is looking good. Every time I look through it, I'm impressed with what I see. We need to go on the other side and pop the trunk too. Get the stuff off the trunk. Wires. Good bit of wires. Whew. And then these. These are from electric vehicles, I'm assuming. It says Korea on there. But these are big plastic blocks, but what I see on there is it's got an electronic ballast driver, 3 motors on each one. These motors here, I'm familiar with these. These 2 pieces are copper, and then there's a copper coil in each one, and they smack open with a hammer pretty easily. Yeah. A little piece of bus bar off a breaker panel. That empties out the back seat. We're gonna have to get into the trunk now, and I'm gonna grab a bag because we have a bunch of nice extruded aluminum pieces broke down already inside the trunk. It's another reason why I broke those down on site, is because I can basically just grab a couple bags and start bagging them up right out of the trunk, and that completes the extruded bag, so I don't have to pre-sort it out later, you know, because if I'm pulling it out and it's ready to go right into a bag, why not, you know what I'm saying? Whew. How about this bag? Okay, yeah, I really do like this picture. I'm gonna keep that in the travel trailer. I think she's pretty. I don't know what her name is. I can't pronounce the signature on it. I think this might even be real. I mean, it's got a number on it, an address and everything, and the picture frame is super old. It's stapled in on the back. I'm keeping that. Pretty lady. Yeah. But all this is aluminum. Definitely aluminum. It bends very easy. So from here it goes right in the bag. Yeah. Oh yeah, and we got a whole nother bag of pop cans, probably 10 bucks in cans just in that bag there alone. But between the scrap, the pop cans, the food, it was a good night. Those are the kind of nights that I like. I'm able to feed myself in more than one way. That's a good night. I'm not even gonna bother taking the screws and crap off this. This is just number 9 dirty extruded aluminum. On its own, it's probably 60-70 cents a pound, I think. It's been a while since I turned in aluminum, but we got a good bit. Oh, at least 60-70 pounds worth, I think. So I would probably say, if I had to take a guess, maybe $300-400 in scrap metal, and then $500 or $600 worth of food. Score, dude! That's where I'd save the most money if I didn't have to buy food, you know? I think. Okay, we got these aluminum pieces. That's not going to go in this bag. This one's full. Oh yeah, every bit of 70 pounds of metal right there. Let's grab these cans. Siding. Since I hardly have any of that, I'll just set it in there, whatever. Some extruded pieces here. Looks like it was some patio furniture at some point. Okay. Get all the aluminum out of there. Beautiful. That's a nice big bag. Nice big bag full. Oh, it's full, so we gotta probably take the rest of this stuff out back. Just go grab another bag real quick. Oh yeah. That's a good bag. Whew. Good. More? I think so. This will go in a fresh bag. Nice. I can't wait to go through all the copper and brass that we found. That's gonna be good. Okay, this can go back individually. And we got motors and stuff too. We'll just grab that by the wheelbarrow. Get the aluminum out. All right, I think we're good. Good. One more. Some right there. A little bit here, a little bit there. Okay. We got pop cans. When the cans are in a bag like so and I haven't gone through them or looked in them, I do that first before I go to the store. Because you never know what's in that bag. There could be a big old pile of poop in there or something, and then, well, that'd be embarrassing taking that to a store, wouldn't it? Here. Okay. Throw that bad boy right there. Sure. Yeah, we got some work cut out for us now. That's good though. We needed the work. We needed the work. We got it. I'm still trying to find locations for scrap metal like tin shred. I'm trying to put together a pinpointed list where I can go pick up 3 or 4 tons. Sometimes that's hard to do. Got a bunch of motors in here now. All right. Motors, okay, it's motors. Oh yeah. Whew. I woke up about an hour and a half ago and my YouTube recommendations was playing Coneheads. I was so happy. Coneheads is a great movie. Conheads, whatever. So that was it. We did it. We're gonna go through this food. I'm gonna do that off camera, but we showed you guys what we got, and it's a lot. So very, very blessed for that. Good morning. I mean, good evening. We were out last night dumpster diving, and well, I slept through a good portion of the day. I woke up at 2. I edited my video that's exporting right now, and I forgot we still have to do our scrap recap. We got to pull the scrap out of the car. We can empty these boxes out of this roller buggy and make that work. Pull this wire and copper out. Oh yeah, we got some scrap metal to go through, that's for sure. These are good things. I've been doubling down on dumpster diving. I see my budget and I see what I need, and it's not good. So let's keep going. We're gonna keep diving until we get what we need to get out of here, to blow this joint and get on up out of here. Ow, little shit just cut me. Okay, it's not that bad. It was like a paper cut, but look at this thing, man. It's all copper bus bar, and there's a transformer inside. That's a good piece. Control panel. It's not like a control, I don't know, I think it's like some kind of control box. That's my honest opinion. Got an empty box we can throw some straggler stuff in. We got wires and cans and this and that and the other thing. Got some restaurant equipment. Pans, basically, sheet aluminum. I don't know what kind of aluminum chunk this came off of, but it's nice. Good solid piece. You can hear it by the way I dropped it in there. Oh man, greasy wire. We're just gonna try to get the whole box up out of here. Yeah. Come on now. Got to keep the flow. Got to keep flow coming in. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Wires. I gotta get me like a 12 pack of gloves. This is killing me. I hate going to Home Depot. You go to Home Depot and they want like a fortune for a pack of gloves. Oh man. This umbrella is done for. Just throw it out. Okay. Another box. Got some wires in this, BX, machine wires, and a piece of Romex, I think, even. Okay. Down there. Oh yeah, we got a bunch of security camera stuff. Monster aluminum chunks on this box. I almost had it up there. Nice. We got a couple of tubs over here. I forgot about those. Sweet. Those are good for the bench, for organizing. We got stuff all in the trunk too. The trunk is, I don't know how full the trunk is, but there's a good bit in there, I think. Yeah. Okay, you come over here. Oh, yeah. Sump motors, doorknob, a little bit of wires. Okay. Got this tub. Metal box with board in it. This has already got wires in one of these tubs, but we'll just throw this back there right now. There. Yeah, we're definitely loaded down with scrap metal again, so we're gonna have to do like a scrapathon or a scrap showdown. I like that more. We're gonna do a scrap showdown. Budweiser can, Pepsi can, Pepsi can. Hey, that's copper right there. Look at that. What the? There's copper right there too. Okay. I should have just threw those cans in that box, but I didn't. We got stuff right here too. It's basically empty box. Well, it's like quarter fill. Oh yeah, there's those copper chunks right there. Those are kind of cool. I like those. That's got good weight. It's a pretty tough box. Okay, trunk monkey. Extruded aluminum. I can't wait to break into that controller box with those little pieces of bus bar on there. That's gonna be fun. Got a couple of great big bags of plumbing and electrical. That was from our very first stop there at that place. The first stop that I make. There's a lot of other scrappers that contend with that place, so I'm lucky to be able to get there before them and get the things I need. Oh, water pump motor. They got a little hole right here in this box to throw things in. Yeah, good. It's good. Not bad. Definitely got a lot to go through. But yeah, when I fill this big buggy down like this, it usually is a pretty good night. Oh yeah. It's an honest day's pay for sure. Honest work. What the heck? Piece of aluminum wire stuck down there. Alright, we got it. We got it, okay. And the siren is going off. Alright. We did it. You can fit a lot inside one of these baskets. And usually you can always get away with just pulling it instead of pushing it once it's super heavy. But it's my way of trying to keep the scraps somewhat organized until I can actually get to it and work on it. Pretty much. It's either that or it all goes on the ground. We don't want that. But alright. That's a lot of goodies. Yeah. Let's close up and finish up my export. And then I gotta get to the ex-missus to pick up Mason Boy. And have dinner. I mean breakfast, or you know what I mean. Okay. Got this big old copper burrito we have here. I just unwrapped it. That's quite a bit. It's about as tall as me. And 3 feet wide. And about 8 inches thick. Probably. We're gonna start bagging it and tagging it. We're gonna see what we come up with. That's a nice copper burrito, isn't it? Yep, that's what we worked for.
I worked so long in construction that I forgot I had a dream. Didn't know where I was going, didn't like where I had been. So one day I gave it all up when my eyes were open wide. I packed my life into my truck with Mason Boy by my side. I kept driving, but I had to make ends meet. I started thriving by scrapping in the street, dumpster diving, street scrapping throughout America. From Michigan to Ohio, down to Florida. Merchant metals, recycle, don't destroy. Merchant metals and my dog Mason Boy. Merchant metals, thank you for stopping by. Please subscribe to my channel, leave a thumbs up and say hi. Myself a trailer, so when I'm on the road, I have a rolling workshop and can scrap a heavy load. When it feels like life is hard, I know just what to do. I hit the road and recycle scrap and make my dreams come true. I kept driving, but I had to make ends meet. I started thriving by scrapping in the street, dumpster diving, street scrapping throughout America. From Michigan to Ohio, down to Florida. Merchant metals, recycle, don't destroy. Merchant metals, my dog Mason Boy. Merchant metals, thank you for stopping by. Please subscribe to my channel, leave a thumbs up and say hi. Merchant metals, recycle, don't destroy. Merchant metals and my dog Mason Boy. Merchant metals, thank you for stopping by. Please subscribe to my channel, leave a thumbs up and say hi.